Oh, um, oh, can I just, oh, you can. Oh, that's so cool. I knew I could do this, but I haven't actually tried it yet. You can actually erase using the stylus. That is so convenient because I know for me, like, just going back and forth between all these different, um, like all these different tools and things is already going to be a hassle. So that is super cool. I don't know if it's on every stylus for XP Pen that they have that, but on this one, this is like the XP Pen. Oops. Um, the XP Pen 13.3 V2 Pro. This is the stylus that it came with. So that's really convenient because I use so many layers, so that could be really helpful for me. Oops. I can already tell like doing this on this texture is so different, but it's not bad. It's just definitely something to consider that you'll have to kind of like get used to for sure. Um, yeah. You see me like trying to go zoom in and out, right? Because I'm so used to doing that on my iPad. I think definitely if you're a professional artist, like if you do this for work, for commissions and things like that, I think having this would definitely be useful. For me, however, where I am just kind of like a hobby artist, um, it like I like having the portability of the iPad, whereas like this one I have to actually like I'd have to have it connected to my computer and things. And the other thing too to keep in mind with this is that it does take up a lot of space. So like while the screen is really big, which is good, like if you're drawing and stuff, you want enough room to have what you need on your screen. But you have to have a lot of space. Like, so you guys can't really see right now, but let me see if I can like take it off. So there's my tablet, right? It's like huge. Like it's like the size of my arm here. Tablet, but then I also have my computer here. So my computer is like up on the side. Um so you have to have a pretty decent amount of space to use this. So that's something to keep in mind if you do want to switch, or if you're just looking for like a new kind of thing to use. This kind of a tablet setup, like I said, while it's really good if you're working from home, if this is like all that you do, you're a professional artist or something, like obviously, but you definitely need to have like the space to do that. Okay, so like how do I want to make it smaller. How do I do that? Like how do I merge, transfer? I want to just take this, but I want to make it smaller. So how do I do that? Like on Procreate, I would just lasso it and I would just adjust it the way I need it to be. There's got to be a way to just kind of like take the whole thing and, oh, you know what? Maybe, is it that I need to, nope. It does move the whole line though, so that's, so I guess I have to have it like as one line. Hmm. I guess I could do it again. How do you lower the opacity? Okay. So maybe I just have to. Oh, you know what? They also gave me a glove and stuff too. Let me use that. Hello. Um, let's see if I can find it. Okay, I have the cleaner cloth. That's, where is the glove? I have this cookie here. I have no idea where I put the glove. I need to get organized. Everything's a mess. Oh my god. I know I had it here. Okay, I found it. So I knew I had it. Alright, so you just put the glove on like this. Now, hopefully when I draw, I won't hit the menu. It also came with this cleaner cloth, so you can wipe down the screen. See, for me, like the screen is so, whoops. The screen is so small. Like, I'm not used to it. Oh, wait, what? Okay, hold on. What did I do? Oh, I have to go back to the right. Okay. Oh, wait, is this how you do it? Oh, I see. But how do I make you smaller? No, I'm still used to doing that. How do I make you smaller though? I wanna move you out. Move layer, select layer. At least I know I can move it. Let me see. I'm gonna see how to do it. Okay. So cursor I need on the screen. Come over here. Come over here. Okay. In the layer palette, click the layer, press Command T. Is that really how it would work? Command T? No. No. This opens free transform around the contents of that layer. Try a corner. How do I do it? Tap the layer you want to resize, edit. Scale and rotate. Transfer, merge, select, view. Oh, zoom in, zoom out. Is that how I do it? No, that's the whole entire canvas. Zoom out. Oh, okay. Edit. Edit. Oh, scale. Pre-transform. Oh no, I don't want that. Okay, hold on. Okay, so edit. There's like a lot. There has to be an easier way to do this. Scale. There we go. So how do I make that like a button? How would I... Let's see. Alright, come back over here, cursor. The physical shortcut buttons on the left side of the panel. The easiest, reliable way to give scale rotate a keyboard shortcut in Clip Studio, then tell an XP Pen button to send that shortcut. XP Pen supports application specific button assignments, so the button can do this only when you're using Clip Studio Paint. First, set the shortcut in Clip Studio Paint. On your Mac, in Clip Studio Paint, open Clip Studio Paint shortcut settings. I can't. Oh shit. What did I do? Mm. Oh my god. This is like this is something. Come on. Go over here. Okay. Where is my picture I just had? Okay. Okay, so okay, there we go. Shortcut settings. Change the category to menu commands. And then find edit. Edit. Oops. Edit. Transform. Scale. Rotate. Assign it something easy that you aren't using anywhere else. It already has Command T. Then put it on an XP button. At the top, you had those application icons. Click the plus. Open the XP pen. Okay, so it's already on here. So I need to go to XP pen and then go to make this smaller. Go to XP pen at the top. Yeah, plus and add Clip Studio Paint if it isn't already there. Make sure Clip Studio Paint is selected. Then this is useful because your XP pen buttons can have one set of functions in Clip Studio Paint and another in other programs. Then device settings. Device settings, click one of the physical shortcut buttons in the picture of your tablet. Show driver panel. Command plus C. Space. So maybe I'll do this one. Whoops. Okay. Command plus T and save it. Okay. Enter. Command plus T. But is it that I have to, or like, what am I? No. Okay. So it's like, whoops. Oh. How do you do this? Okay. So Command T. Or is it just Command T? No, it's probably, what does it say? Command plus T. Command plus Command T. I don't know. Let me just put it. Command T. I guess. Command T. XP Pen's driver specifically allows you to now your work from. Okay, so let me see if it works. I don't know. Okay. So when next episodes? On the 17th. So if I'm here, so then it's I mean, I can move it, but like, how do I want to like make it smaller. So I'm able to move it now, but edit, transform, scale. This is what I wanted to do. So then let's do Command T moves it. All right, so then let's do it's too late. I can't wait. I know. Yeah, this is not. That's that's not. I can move it, but I want to flip vertical, flip horizontal, reset rotation. I can zoom the page in and out. I can rotate it. But how do I? Okay, let's rotate. This goes in and out. I still want to make sure that I can. Hello. I'm just messing around with Clip Studio Paint, trying to figure it out. Very technical. Very technical. Okay. Transform. Tap the layer without touching. Studio Paint. Okay. I need to figure out how to go back to the settings here. Shortcut keys. How did I get there before? Okay, okay. Let's change this. Oh, actually, no, I had to be. I was in here and I did something in here. Shortcut settings. So edit. I want to scale it. Let's see, scale. Add a shortcut. Distort, scale perspective. How to set a shortcut? Select command and tap edit shortcut. Then assign the shortcut by pressing a key. Several shortcuts can be assigned to the same command by tapping. Oh. is it gonna, oh, okay, it types. Okay, so then I guess I can like choose what I want it to be. Edit shortcut, backspace is already in use. Do you want to set shortcut to editing command? No. So I want to edit shortcut, so let's do command. How do I do this? Let's do W. Oh. Let's do L. No, okay. Let's do edit shortcut. I guess Shift R. Okay. So then, okay. So scale is Shift R. Okay. So now then I go here and I need to delete that and I need to go Shift R and then hit that. Okay, so now it should be that this is maybe. Maybe, no. This is option, so it didn't save, so it still says option, Shift R. Work area, floating menu, Shift R. Okay, double check this on, maybe it didn't work. Shortcut settings. So edit, scale, Shift R, add shortcut. Oh, whoops. Delete. Shift R. Okay. So I have it. It still says option. Okay, I didn't do something right. All right, let me see again. Let me check this. I changed scale on clip to Shift R and then added Shift R to the XP pen display thing, but it's not working. It's still saying option, which is what I did before. When I click the button, Shift R4, just to scale. Okay, hello, I'm doing good. Okay. Make more freaky videos. Bring back Taeyoung. I know. I love Taeyoung. On the Patreon, we do animations. Or do like spicy animations, so you can join the Patreon if you want to see that. I have to keep things like pretty PG for social media. Open XP Pen. If there's this option, change it to a keyboard shortcut. It says shortcut keys. XP Pen. I have it on the floating menu. I have it on Clip Studio Paint. Shift R. So Shift R. I have to do it on my computer, so excuse me. It should be this. It's not working. So it works on the computer, but it doesn't work. Okay, so we're gonna figure this out because it works if I hit it on the computer. It says Clip Studio is configured correctly. Since pressing Shift R on the Mac keyboard works, the problem is specifically that the XP Pen button is not actually sending Shift R. And because you're seeing Option when you press it, the XP Pen driver is still sending the old Option assignment. The most likely cause is the application profile in the XP Pen driver. Open XP Pen device settings. Device settings. At the very top, look at the row that says application. Where am I supposed to see that? Look for keyboard shortcut. There's no Clip Studio Paint. It just. No, this is all I have. There's no device settings. Please bring him. He can't come back because he's already dead. It just says option. What if I just change it? Like, what if I just change? I'll do like this one instead. Maybe not. Let me just do this. I'll do Shift R on this one. Nope. Show driver panel. So like this one works. I can do, nope, that actually doesn't work. It says space. cookies. Can I not put on default? Okay, put this on default. Okay. So I can't configure these? Is that what you're... Okay. Is that what this is? Like, I can't... Yeah, I get that. I see that it did that. Which character do I like the most? Oh... That's hard. I have so many characters and I like them all, but I would have to say probably as the author, like as the one who writes the story. Um Thank you for sending the heart. Um I have to say that I like Young Ho the best to write for because he's so like complex and he's actually the antagonist in the story, so and he's Gia's husband here. So I really like writing for him. I think he's just really interesting. This one right here. If you can see it on YouTube. He's just really interesting and very complex. You would think it's probably like Son or something, but nah. I like complex sort of troubled characters. Son is also troubled. He also has, you know, issues that he's dealing with and things like that. But Young Ho's like the villain. Young Ho is like the sort of mentality in the story. This is like insider scoop on the story, but like he has the sort of mentality where like he doesn't think that what he's doing is wrong, even though like morally for like regular people it's really really wrong. So to write somebody like that, to really like get into the psychology and like really uncover what drove him to that point is really interesting for me. Hold on. It's been the most it's taken the longest out of all the characters. It's taken me the longest to pinpoint exactly, like to pinpoint his exact character development, just because he is the antagonist, he is the villain, and I had to really make sure that everything aligned really well with his character. But I feel pretty confident now that I'm at a good spot with that. But yeah, so definitely Young Ho is my favorite. You guys are not gonna like him. just a just a warning, disclaimer. But I love him. I think he's so interesting. And yes, my nails are from Nailphoria on TikTok. I just put them on last night. Yeah, his tattoo is so awesome. I love his tattoo. But I mean, even in like the dichotomy between Son and Young Ho, I took a lot of time to think about how to make sure that you as the reader understand that they're different but the same. So they're like a foil of each other if you guys are like familiar with the writing and like how that works and things. So like Son and Young Ho are a foil of each other, so they're kind of technically like the same sort of conflict, but on opposite ends of the spectrum. I'm trying not to like say too much, but I guess I could say like a little bit about them. So like Son grew up in rural Korea in the countryside, poor, very very much in a struggling situation with his family and everything like that. Young Ho grew up in wealth. He's the son of a very important lawyer law family. um Trying to see like how much I can say. um so they have very different like upbringings, but in them being sort of like foils of each other, they also have similar conflicts, like I said. So they both have parent issues, like they have daddy issues, if you will. San has a sort of um, perspective about his father that shaped his life, and Young Ho has a similarly, Young Ho has a perspective of his father that's definitely shaped his life. And their childhoods and their relationships with their fathers definitely um, is going to come up in the story in different ways. And really, like, my story is centered around family and like parenting and overcoming like your childhood kind of like wounds and things like that. So yeah, so I'm trying not to say like too much because you guys just kind of have to like wait to see what happens. But there is like a lot going on in the story, especially with those two characters. I can't figure out how to configure these settings, so for now I guess I just have to so I just have to keep doing this way. Actually no, I did it. It was like Shift R, right? Yeah, so Shift R can move it like that. So let's leave it like right there. And then yeah. Okay, let's go back to the reference I had. Sometimes she looks like a baby. Really? Girl, you ate and left no crumbs, thank you. He's hot, why am I in love with them even though they're not real? I know, right? I just woke up, right? Oh, I'm still asking my mom if I can get the coloring book. For sure, for sure. Yes, we're still working on it. Right now I have just the one sample, and then there's just like a few other things I have to do to get things ready. I've been just so busy. But hopefully in the next month or so, I should have pretty much everything situated. And then I can show you some. Actually, I can't show you because it's on that phone. Hold on. Let me see if I can do it. Hold on. Okay, are you guys still here on YouTube? Okay, let me see, because I have them for sure. Over here. So let me just see. Hold on. Okay. Yeah, I do have a webtoon. It's called When the Silent Bird Sings. It's on Lamoon, not on Webtoon. You can read it on Lamoon. If you can see it up here, it's called When the Silent Bird Sings. And let me see if I can get into this folder. Oh, did my phone die? Okay. I'll have to charge my phone. Because this new coloring book that we're doing is like super cute little objects and things. Like, it's meant to be a lot easier than the other ones that we have. But yeah, so it's meant to be a little bit easier. and super cute. So once I get that on, I'll show you. Yeah, my story is called When the Silent Bird Sings, and you can read it on Lamoon. It's like kind of like a newer comic app. Um, okay, so it actually looks okay. Okay, so that's actually pretty good. Um, Considering I'm still trying to figure out how to use this program. Uh, I'm still not quite used to using like one layer for things like this. Like usually I'm on multiple layers and I'm using like multiple colors and things. So it's a good little challenge for me to try this. Um, in this way. So yeah, that's our sketch. Okay, so let me see if I can pull up these pictures here. Okay, so for the new coloring book, this is kind of an idea of like what the new coloring book is going to be like. It's just like super simple objects and they're super cute. Like these little dumbbells are like super cute. So doing it like this is gonna be really nice because it's just really big spaces and really simple colors and things. So for somebody who's like really brand new to coloring, hopefully this will be a little less intimidating than doing like the big scenes that we have. And you can customize it any way that you want. You can like, change the colors if you want. You can like add your own designs and things. But the whole point of this coloring book is to be like very simple objects with like very simple colors and designs that are really easy to color. So these are just a few of the designs that we have so far. I think this book is going to be like 30 pictures and they're all very specific things to the story, So I tried to think of like different things that really like meant something in the story. So like we have the basketball because Son and Taeyong were on the basketball team. Um, cute little dumbbells because, obviously, physical therapy and working out. Um, Again, for like kind of like that health aspect, like some cute band-aids. These were for Song May, just like cute little clips and things like that for her hair. Um, this is for Young Ho. um, and then just a couple different purses. Like this is just a cute little purse, but then this one has the little mocha bird on it. That's the little bird that you see in like the plushie videos. So very specific to the story. And we have so many more like other designs and things that we're doing, but those are just a few of them. What happens if someone steals your drawing? What do you mean, for like for this? Or for like my coloring book or something? If anything that I have gets stolen or reused, I'm gonna be very pissed. Not only for my artists that I know work so hard on all of the stuff that we do for this brand, but just in general, because I pay money for every single thing that I do if I don't draw it myself. So to me, it's just like I'm losing money and people are stealing money from me. That's how it feels. But a lot of the things I'm going to be doing are going to be copyrighted, eventually trademarked, and things like that. So hopefully, at least we'll have like some of the legal kind of protections. But you know how it is. It can be still really hard to protect everything in that sense. But yeah. Yep. Thank you. Yes. Okay, so we have a pretty general looking sketch here, so let's lower the opacity on it, and this is where I would use like a different color to just kind of start to draw again over whoops, still trying to get used to this. No, that's not what I want. Go back to 0, 0. Okay, that is what I want to do. I'm gonna move that over a little bit. All right, because now we're gonna get a little bit more into the details here. And this brush I'm using, I have no idea what the brush is that I'm using. It just says free until Christmas, but yeah. What is this like little brush thing? That's kind of annoying. I wish that it didn't do that. I don't know how to make it not do that though. It's like kind of in the way of what I'm trying to do here. So if you're just joining, again, my name is Jenny Elise, and I am the writer and creator of When the Silent Bird Sings. It's a comic, manhwa, webtoon. You can read it on this app called The Moon. It's a newer comic app, and my story is about a man named Son Jin who is reunited with his ex-fiance after getting into a car accident. And they obviously get reunited, but there's a lot of secrets and unresolved a lot of unresolved drama that is going to be coming up between them and with the other characters. We're only on episode 6 right now, so we still have quite a ways to go. But this first season is only going to be about 28 episodes or so anyway. But lots of different, like, lots of parts. It's going to be like, you know, one episode might have like 3 parts or something. But if you're interested, definitely check it out on Lamoon. I'm really quite enjoying that I can like just erase like a normal pencil. That's probably like another benefit for traditional artists to convert to digital, is just that fact. Like it doesn't really interrupt the flow at all. Oh no, this is like a drawing glove. So if I wasn't wearing this, then my hand would hit all the buttons and things. But since I'm wearing this, it just kind of glides over everything, so it can just makes it a little bit easier. Yeah, so I can keep my screen up, I mean my panel up here and be drawing. I'll try to draw on my iPad. I'll just post it on my YouTube channel. Yeah, definitely. You can do like the screen recording, I think, on Procreate. But yeah. Zoom it out a little bit. This is the only thing that I'm not really sure if I like yet, is that I really have to draw to scale. Like, I guess that's a good thing because I'm gonna probably get really good at making sure that things are proportioned correctly. But again, this is just something from me coming from Procreate. I'm just not used to yet, where I can't zoom in really the way that I can on Procreate. How do I make this bigger? How do I make this brush size bigger? I don't know. I guess maybe if I like zoomed in a little bit. Maybe, nope, still the same size. I really love this. I really love that I can just like erase it like this. Yeah, I think so far it's okay. I'm trying to make sure I can get this kind of angle here right. I've been really trying to get better with like the way that the legs need to look for different like standing positions and things. It's been really hard for some reason. Like sometimes I'll draw it like this looks so busted. Oh my god. Sometimes I draw it and it's like the leg looks like it's literally bent in on itself. So I'm really trying to understand how the angles need to go. So I was saying like that, I guess because I can see the whole thing might be the only like good thing about this. That I can kind of like see everything at the same time. Oh. something like that. And then this leg is gonna be like, obviously we have the rectus that's gonna be protruding, the vastus lateralis, sartorius comes like that. But it's always around like the knee that I just get like, I just can't figure out how to do it. The quad needs to kind of come over a little bit. You have the muscle here and then connects to the back of the knee and then the gastroc, something like that, maybe. There's a plus sign in a circle. For what? There's a plus sign in a circle. Oh, to like make it go in and out. Yeah. It's just different because like I said, for the iPad, it's like, you know what I mean? Like the whole screen is my drawing versus like something like this where it's like I have to constantly be like, oops. I have to constantly be like going, you know, up and down, or if I want to see the whole thing, it just makes it like super small. So that makes it kind of hard to draw like really specific details. But then if I want to draw those really specific details, I can't see the whole like thing. I can see it here, obviously, but I can't see like the same way that I can here. Do you know what I mean? So it's like, it's a little bit different. I'm still getting used to it, but I'm sure if I keep going, I'll figure it out. Okay, so I think this is okay. I'm gonna leave it like this for now. I'm gonna take this off though. So let's see what we got if we back it up. Okay, so this is my form. Let's do it again. If I click out of that, or no, wait, how do you, oh, do I want to save it? Yes. I don't want to actually save it. I just want to go to the main menu. Okay. Or I guess, did I need to save it? No. Okay, so I guess maybe I do have to save it. I don't know. File. Maybe I do have to save it. No. Okay. On my Clip Studio Paint on my iPad, it just kind of like saves on itself. Okay. I'm gonna try one of these. This is Clip Studio Paint. Okay, so let's do another one. For this one, I'm looking at my computer. Actually, these are a little bit intimidating for their perspective, but let's try it. I live in the United States. I just realized I haven't drawn San in like a really long time. I really haven't. Hey. I'm trying some really challenging poses right now and just still trying to get like the hang of using Clip Studio. Hello. Okay. See you later. Thanks for hanging out. On YouTube, I'm just gonna like turn it a little bit so that way you guys aren't seeing like the full thing. Alright. I've been doing it for like a little over an hour, like almost an hour and a half, and I feel like I'm getting sort of the hang of it. It still is a little weird, but I think that's expected. But I'm starting to sort of get the hang of it a little bit. What art do I draw? Mostly like comic art, like manhwa style, at least. That's like the art style that I try to go for. Um, manhwa, yeah. Hi, thanks so much. Well, I have a straight comic. I don't write BL. Um, this account is for the comic, but it's called When the Silent Bird Sings. Whoops. It's a romance drama. You can read it on Lamoon. It's an app called Lamoon. It's right there. So if you download the app, then you can find us here. And yeah. It's a romance drama about the guy here, San. And he is reunited with his ex-fiance, but there's lots of drama. She's married, she has a kid, lots of different things going on. Yeah, definitely. If you want to read it, you can download the app, and then the first excuse me, the first like 20 episodes on there are free, and then the episodes after episode 6 are paid. This part here is not doing what I want it to do. It's not giving what I need it to give right now. So I don't draw any of the artwork that's on my comic or my channel. I have a studio and I work with some amazing artists that do all of that. But because I work with so many different artists, I had to eventually learn how to draw. So this is kind of like my attempt to um, draw something right now, but um, oh, thank you for sending the gifts. Oh, I missed a lot of gifts, huh? Because it says that I have like 125 on here. I apologize. Um, as much as I appreciate you being a supporter, my comic and my content is meant for 18 and older. Juana. Yes, yes, I appreciate it. um, but yeah, so I work with some amazing artists and I'm building out my studio and everything now, so I hope to like pretty soon in the near future have a lot more comics and things coming out. Um, but right now we're just kind of like trying to build everything up. So this is my first comic. It's my debut. We launched back in April of last year during the webtoon contest. And you guys have seemed to like it so far, so we've kept on with it. But this is a really important story for me too anyway, just in general. I've been writing this story, the story concept I've been writing for like 10 years. And only recently, like in the last few years, I started to thank you. Thanks for sending the hiding. Okay, yeah. Thanks. I will see you soon. Only in the last couple years, I've sort of like taken writing and things a little bit more seriously. And try to learn how to do it correctly and things like that. So I had just finished my outline for this story, like my final manhwa version or outline of the story in 2024, like right before they announced the webtoon contest. And I was like, am I ready? No. Am I gonna do it? Yes. So yeah, we launched during the webtoon contest. I only had a couple months to get ready. Like it was honestly the craziest thing I've ever done. um Going from like outline, and then I had to find artists, and I had to like learn. I had the outline for the story, but then I had to learn to actually script the story. And I had to learn that as we were preparing and getting everything together for the contest. So it was literally just like so crazy. It was like crazy, crazy. But I'm so glad that I did it. And it's been just like a really incredible journey. But yeah, so I don't draw anything like for the comic though. Like I have really amazing artists that do all that for me and with me. But sometimes I come on here and I just kind of like mess around. And I am trying to learn how to draw better, but we'll see. Today I switched over to Procreate, I mean to Clip Studio Paint. I usually use Procreate, but I was gifted this tablet, so I'm really trying to adapt to using this tablet. I'm not really sure like how I want to do his legs over here, like how it's supposed to be. But thank you. I'm trying. No, remember, I don't draw any of the content on the social media or for the comic. I am just the writer and the creator. But like I said, I had to learn how to draw because I work with so many different artists. So I was kind of like forced to have to learn how to draw because I had to, like eventually communicate in their language and express to them like what was going on in my head. And the only real way for me to do that was to kind of like learn their language and figure out how to draw. So I've been on this drawing journey for the last few years and just trying to get better. But it's definitely been a journey for sure. I gotta fix this arm. I don't know what I'm doing wrong here, but does Clip Studio Paint record your screen? I don't even know. Thank you. I'm trying. I'm looking at a reference over here. It's on my laptop. I started drawing, like, officially started drawing when I was like 28, 29. What am I, like 32? So, late in the game. I've been drawing for like the last couple years. No formal training or anything. Didn't have any school for this. Self-taught 100%. I'm only just now starting to get into like trying to understand the technical stuff, like even the fact that I'm drawing in Clip Studio Paint, period, is huge. And the fact that I'm drawing on a tablet is even bigger. Like, crazy, crazy stuff happening right now. You guys are witnessing like crazy stuff. I almost exclusively, basically exclusively, have been drawing on my tablet, like my iPad tablet, for like the entire time I've been learning how to draw. It's super easy. Like, you see my screen right now for Clip Studio Paint. This is the screen for Procreate. That's it. There's like 4 buttons. So the fact that I'm even in here right now and like navigating this to some extent is crazy. This is true growth, true artistic growth that you're witnessing. I drew this last night on Procreate, so it was like way easier. I was trying to draw Zuko, but it was way easier to draw this. I did it way faster. I didn't have to do it as like many, like redraw it as many times. So you can see like where we started from. Basically after the first, maybe like the first sketch, I was pretty much already done with the form. I only used the head for that, but yeah, pretty much after that I was pretty much done. But this one, it's taking me a lot longer because not only obviously is it a different pose, it's a way more challenging pose, but I'm still getting used to like navigating the whole platform, like the whole program. Like, every time I want to move the screen, I gotta like move this, I gotta keep moving that in and out. But Procreate's so much easier because I can just kind of like, you know, move the screen around the way I need to. So I do still like have a preference, I think, but I have been enjoying using this tablet though in the last couple hours that I've been sitting here and drawing. And I feel like the more that I do it on here and get used to it, the more I'll like it. So yeah. And I'm still using just like the basic kind of, you know, like layers, and like I'm adding a layer and I'm zooming in and out, but I haven't even, you know, gotten into some of these other buttons or like any of these other things that you can do in Clip Studio Paint. So I know that there's so much more you can do, but for now, just to kind of get me acquainted, acclimated to the program, I'm just working on some sketches and things for now. If I can sketch inside of the program, I think I'll be a little bit more comfortable to continue maybe coloring and things. But yeah, so I'm getting down to more like specific details, so I'm zooming in a lot more to make sure I can see the details of everything. And I just let me see. I tried to make the brush a little bit smaller. This is the opacity. This is the size. was weird. It was like the brush for a second. Hello, I'm good. Cool. I only good at drawing eyes, so now I'm gonna try drawing this. Yeah, yeah, definitely. Everything just takes so much practice, like literally just doing it like over and over again. And even I'm still, getting like having to practice a lot of things too. I don't have the style that I quite want yet in my drawings. Like I'm still trying to get there. But I think I'm getting like a little bit closer every time. But I think definitely one of the things that for me to get to the style that I want, I need to work a lot on anatomy and um and form. Thank you. Thank you for sending the gift. I appreciate it. Oh, it's cute. Corgi. Thank you. I think when I go back in, I'm gonna do his face like a little bit more sharp. but for now, just to kind of get like the general shape, I'm gonna do something like that. I think I definitely need to fill it in a little bit more on the side, maybe, and then like tighten it up on the side. Okay, so since I'm going in with like a little bit more um detail, I'm gonna try to let's see. I'm gonna try to get a little bit more specific about where these muscles and everything are. Oh. The reference picture had him look a little bit more straight, so I drew his face a little bit more to the side, but that's okay. Am I gonna post it? Most likely not, just because um, this is just more like just for practice right now. Um, I might finish the Suko one though and try to finish that and get that posted because I wanted to start like a new series on my personal art account where I would do redraws of my previous characters or like my previous artwork. Um, so like the Zuko one, I'm probably gonna redraw that, which was what I was working on last night. I was starting to kind of get like a form for this. Yeah. Because the artwork that I have on my personal art account is old. It's like 2023, like 2024. And I've obviously I've drawn a lot more since then and improved a lot more, and I want to be able to show that in some new content and things. So yeah, so I'm gonna try to do that. Like I'll just redraw the characters and the drawings and things that I started a long time ago. Thanks for sharing the live. Yes. Thank you. I'm trying. We'll see. We'll see how it turns out. Like I said, this is like definitely a challenge for me right now to be drawing inside of Clip Studio Paint. But we're working with it. We're gonna see how it comes out. Maybe I could, like, if I start the drawing in Clip Studio Paint, I can finish it in Procreate. I don't know. Should probably just finish it here, but because I was just thinking, like, since the purpose right now is just to kind of get used to using Clip Studio Paint in general, I can kind of mess around with the sketch in here, but then I can clean it up and finish it in Procreate, because I know how to use like the color and all that in Procreate. To say, so far I do like this though. Like, I do like the tablet and the stylus for sure. The stylus is much more comfortable than the iPad pencil. Like, this is just so hard. It's really, really hard. But this is nice. It's comfortable. This is the stuff outside your comfort zone. Just using like Clip Studio Paint, but I normally draw guys that are like half naked like this, so that part of it isn't outside my comfort zone, but doing it in this way, like doing it in this program, is definitely outside my comfort zone. Hello. Oops, I forgot that. His head is like really small. I'm gonna have to make his head bigger. Okay, so that's what I was able to do in Clip Studio Paints. Yeah. So, yeah. I have no idea how I'm gonna finish this one in Clip Studio Paint. I'm just gonna screenshot it and I'm gonna throw it into Procreate and like maybe I'll finish it later. Maybe I'll make it San or something. But yeah, I don't know if I'm gonna be able to finish it like in the Clip Studio. We'll see though. We'll see. Okay, so I'm literally just gonna go like this. I'm gonna just take a picture of it. Like that, and yeah. Just have it like that. Alright, hi. Yeah. I don't know how to like I guess I have to save it. I don't know if that did anything, but alright, okay. Oh, so it's here. Okay, okay. What does that do? Oh, what did I do? I did something. Okay, my computer. Oh. Okay. So, yeah. Okay. I think I'm done with this for today. I've been doing it for a couple hours now. I think I'm all set with this tablet for now. So again, I was gifted this XP Pen 13.3 Pro V2 tablets, and I've just been testing it out. I haven't even fully been able to get into all the different features just because there's a lot. Um, and especially when it comes to Clip Studio Paint, there's like so much that you can do, and I'm just so new to it so far. So I'm supposed to make a video pretty soon for the collaboration, and I think I'm gonna focus the video on just being like a beginner and you know, like the benefits of excuse me, the benefits of using something like this, being a beginner, trying to become more professional, become more of a professional artist and things like that. I think that's still where this having this tablet would be sort of the I don't know what I'm trying to say. What was I trying to say? I don't remember what I was saying. Something about something about being like in the in between space of beginner and like an intermediate, and using this as sort of like the transitional I guess device for that, with going into Clip Studio Paint. But for now, I'm gonna use the Procreate app to probably finish that drawing a little bit better. It comes with this stylus that you can put into this little canister thing. I think my laptop just died. Okay, no. It also came with some nibs like this for replacement nibs for the stylus, which is really nice. So all in all, I do really like the tablet for what it is. I personally wish I could use Procreate on the tablet. But like I said, in an effort to improve my artist ability and just my knowledge of the program and everything, I'm gonna continue to try to use Clip Studio Paint as much as possible. But yeah, I think in general this is something that I'm gonna continue using. But for the portability part of it, doing art and everything, I do want to keep using my iPad. But the good thing is that I have Clip Studio Paint on my iPad, so I can keep trying to get better at using Clip Studio. I don't know what happened to his face. Oh my god. So I can keep trying to get better at using Clip Studio, but and get more familiar with it without having to be stuck at my desk. That's the one thing. I am at my desk like all day anyway, but sometimes I might go out or something. So I like still having the iPad for that part. I'm from the United States. So I'm gonna power this off. It does have a power button, you can power it off. I have a Mac, so I just use this connector cable. You just need one. Unplug it from the computer. And it also came with this stand. Like, think about the word. I like how compact it is. Like, I like that it can literally fold up just like that. So you can really store it really well. But I'm really used to using my adjustable stand, which looks like this. This is just something I got off Amazon like a long time ago. And I like it because you can adjust it. So you can adjust it like this, where it's up higher. You can have it flat. So I'm gonna keep using the XP pen stand, um, but I'm just saying that I do like that I can adjust a stand like this, and I don't have to be like bent over the screen if it's too low and things like that. So that's the one benefit about having something like this versus the one that I have from XP Pen. Are you from India? Cool. That's awesome. So that's one other thing. So I talked a little bit about the pros and cons. So the pros, the screen is really, really big compared to the iPad. So if that's something that you like need, that's really good. But I think for using Clip Studio Paint, having the bigger screen is nicer because, you know, there's so many buttons and things on Clip Studio Paint. So it would be really nice to have everything kind of like laid out for you. So that's a pro. Having all the adjustable buttons on the side of the tablet is also really helpful. I can see for different things. The stylus in itself is a pro. It not only, like I said, comes with the stylus, which is really comfortable. It even has these buttons on it that you can use. I love this eraser feature. I love that I can literally just erase like a normal pencil or something. And that's definitely something that the Apple Pencil does not have the ability to do. So then you do have to like click over to the eraser tool and erase and then switch back and forth. So I do really like that feature on the stylus. Like I honestly probably would just use it just for that fact. It makes it really, really easy. I love that this is also a storage case for the stylus. That's super cool. The one thing about XP Pen that I noticed when I was unboxing everything and talking about it the first time was that they really use space very well in the design of everything. It's very like intentionally thought out. So like with this carrying case for this stylus, you have the one side that is to hold it, but then you also can use this part of the storage case as a pen stand, which is really cool. Just like the small things like that that just make the design of everything really thought out for like an artist. On this side, they keep all the different pen nibs like this. So you have like a ton of replacement tips for this stylus. This is the XP Pen Artist Pro 13.3 V2 Artist Pro. So you just put that back in there like that. Like I said, on the other side, I mean on the tablet itself, it has the adjustable buttons, it has the scroll wheel that you can use. So definitely artist friendly. It came with a couple accessories, like it came with this cloth and it came with the glove, which is really helpful. Thank you. It also came with all of the different attachments I would need for the setup process. Like it came with a bunch of different cords, just in case you have like a Mac or you have like a regular PC. It comes with all these different attachments and things. And again, like the intentionality of the design of some of this stuff is really, really good. Like this is an attachment cord, but I like that it has all three attachments on this one cord. Like it's not a big deal, you know what I mean? It's like, oh, it's a cord. But it's just the small things like that that just make it so much more user friendly. And so like you would put this into your computer or like your PC or whatever, but then you have these cords here that are already attached and just make it so much easier. So you don't have like 7 different cords, you know, like that you have to keep track of. This is just one long cord. Also for like the user friendliness, this comes color coordinated. So like on the actual tablet itself, it shows you like the colors and everything, and it literally tells you like where you need to connect these. So very user friendly, very like beginner user friendly too. Um, very intentional with the design, and um, just like the having it be like very compact. The tablet itself is very thin, even though it's really long, it's very thin, so it could easily fit into like a backpack or something. Um, yeah, so, oh, what did I do? Okay. So definitely, I would say like if it's your first tablet, it's definitely something that I would suggest, like I could recommend just for all the different, like I said, like compact, intentional design that makes it just really easy to know what to do. You know what I mean? Like it definitely is something that I could recommend for that, for like a beginner tablet user, or like somebody who's transitioning from from an iPad to a tablet. It took me maybe a few tries to connect it, and I have a Mac computer, so it took me a few tries to figure out how to connect it, and and things like that. But like once I figured it out, I was like, oh, that was like actually really easy. So again, that's just as a super beginner, like not understanding how to use Clip Studio Paint, not really even using it anyway. It took me a few times to figure out like how to connect the Clip Studio Paint to the tablet. But now I'm like, okay, I got it. Some of the cons, I would say, again, like one of the cons, while it's also a pro, is definitely that it is really big. But just like I said at the beginning of the video, one of the things you can do is just make sure you have like a really good space to use it if you do use it. Like the iPad obviously fits really nicely in the screen I have here for recording videos, but then also just like it's very compact for traveling and things like that. But that's like literally the purpose of the iPad, is to make sure that it can be used for, you know, portability and things. Whereas the XP Pen tablet is definitely not designed for portability. It's meant for sitting at your desk, using your laptop, um, or like sitting at a place where you can use like the stand or like whatever, as long as you have like your laptop connected, because that's the only way that it works, is if your laptop is connected. So that's the one thing about that I would say, from coming from like an iPad user to a tablet user, is something to kind of like get used to. Not a big deal though. Not like a huge kind of like turn off or anything. Definitely can be adapted to that. One of the other cons is there is like a little bit of a learning curve when it comes to using some of the on the tablet. It has like some of these buttons on the side, like scrolling buttons and things, so there's like a little bit of a learning curve there if you've never used a tablet, if you're coming from the iPad. But nothing that I would say is like a super big deal, again, like something that can be really easily learned and adapted to. What did I say at the beginning too? One of the other things too that I mentioned at the beginning of the video was the difference in the screen texture. That was something that like was my first initial impression that kind of threw me off, because I'm so used to using the glass screen on this iPad, and it's very like smooth and very like glossy kind of a finish, and just the feeling of it is just very different. Um, but on tablet, the tablet screen itself actually is almost like a textured plastic. So using the stylus, I think I was saying at the beginning of the video that like using the stylus against the tablet screen kind of felt like it was like slower, if you know what I mean. Like here it kind of feels like I'm like ice skating across the screen, but on the tablet it felt more like I'm like walking. Like it definitely had a little bit of drag, and absolutely no issue with that. Like as I continued drawing, I had no issue. It felt actually really kind of nice after a while. But just something, if you're coming from an iPad going into using a tablet, so just something to keep in mind, that there will be a little bit of a difference in the way that it feels. Um, may I ask something purely from curiosity and not meant in any weird, not meant, not in any way meant weirdly? What is your question? So those are the only cons I can really think of, honestly. I don't think there's really many cons to using the tablet over the iPad. I think at the end of the day, it just really depends on your preference and how you prefer to draw. And also your goals too. Like, my goal at this point in my drawing journey is to not only get better at drawing in general, which in order to do that, I'm going to have to start to focus a lot more on like anatomy, focusing a lot more on like structure and form, but then also probably using a lot more 3D models to be able to get more um, precise and accurate poses and proportions and things like that. If especially if I'm going for like different types of illustrations or even like comic panels or even like storyboarding and things like that. So for my drawing journey, there's definitely like an evolution going on, and it's requiring me to do a little bit more technical work anyway, which can also be achieved with the iPad. Like I said, I have Clip Studio Paint on here, and I could do all that in here too. But um, like I said, I was gifted this product and I definitely want to experiment a lot more with it. Um, and also just kind of get more of a feel of what it's like to do it in the way that my artists also do it, um, which is most likely using tablets and the computer and, in that kind of a way. Is that his whole size? What do you mean? What do you mean? Um, so yeah, so that's kind of like where I am with my drawing journey and why I would probably use the tablet over the iPad. Um, what else was I saying though? I was saying, I don't remember. But yeah. Um, let's see. I was working out and took break and now he popped up. Yeah, I think I'm gonna just mess around with it on Procreate a little bit and see like what it ends up looking like. But after that I'm gonna be done here. Because I've been on live like the whole day basically, and I have a little bit of work I need to do today. But yeah. So I think this is gonna be San like when I finish, if I finish. But I brought him over here. I started the sketch in Clip Studio Paint. I brought him over here just to kind of see if it makes a difference if I try to draw him in here. The other thing I want to say too is that I am glad that I started learning how to draw with Procreate and on the iPad. I think it did make it really simple to learn how to draw digital art. But like I said, going kind of like having this transition out, going from the place that I was to like where I'm trying to go with my drawing journey. I'm ready to start to transition. So this I might want to like use the 3D model just to make sure I'm getting the face shape right. But not sure yet. I'm gonna do it just to see. I'm gonna do it just to see. His head needs to be like way bigger. Hello. How are you? It almost feels like a little weird to use Procreate now after using Clip Studio. Thank you. I got them off the TikTok shop. They're from Nailforia. Hello. So it looks crazy. Hello. How are you? Okay, so now that I have his face kind of done, I'm gonna add in his hair again. Oops, but I'm gonna just kind of like do one of these. Just gonna do one of these. Now his head feels like really big, but just gonna work with it. Make it look a little smaller. Okay. So now I'm gonna finish sketch. Yeah, see, this feels like way different now after using the tablet with that textured surface. Like, this feels really different. It's not like bad different, but it just feels like there's like a noticeable difference. Oh, the markers. These are Ohuhu. I really like these markers. They're linked in my TikTok shop. Um, they're dual-sided markers. They have different combinations. So they have like this one where it's brush tip, and then the other side is fine tip. This is my favorite type of marker, like the brush and the fine tip, because it's just really versatile. You can use it for a lot of different reasons, but I mostly just do like coloring books and things. So I really like to use the pointy edge on this brush tip, and like just the brush in general is really helpful to get like a lot of details. But this is really good for those really, really small details. Um, Ohuhu as a brand too, I really, really like their brand because they have a lot of different, like, I don't know, innovative type of things. Like, they have individual color liquid ink like this for refills. So you can literally just keep the can, like the marker tube, and you just pop off the tip and you can refill the marker without having to buy a whole new marker or like wasting the plastic from this marker and throwing it out. They also have replacement little tips too for the markers, which is really helpful. So if your marker tip is starting to get like really dull, you can just buy the tips instead of having to buy a whole new marker. Really good quality. They have a lot of different colors. As you can see, I have a ton, and a lot of different combinations of colors too, which is really good. I actually just bought this one that my stand is on right now. Bought another one because I'm crazy. But yeah, so those are my go-to. Hello, what's up? was drawing San, but I kind of want to draw Young Ho. Been in like a Young Ho mood lately. You've always wanted to see how people do these, like drawing guys. I read your webtoon, but I'm broke to read your Patreon. Okay. It's okay. Thank you so much for reading. I hope you enjoyed it. I do share like a little bit of the Patreon stuff on the Spice accounts that I have. It's like wtsbs.spice on Instagram and TikTok. There's also a little bit of stuff on my X account, but I don't really post too much. Thank you. I'm still learning how to draw and everything, but yeah, so if you do want to see some of the stuff, like you can join the, I mean, you can follow those accounts and you'll get like a little bit. I'm trying to think of like how I want to do this. I've been in such a Young Ho mood lately, like just, ugh, oh my god. I just want to write for him and just like draw him, like. Okay, so for Young Ho, he has kind of, well, let me just pull him up. I'll pull him up. This is Young Ho. This is like who I'm trying to draw right now, so let's see. Okay. So his hair kind of goes like this. Okay, now I think it's gonna look a little bit more like him. Oh, whoops, did I put the face? Of course I did. I put the face with the hair on this one. I merged it down into one layer. It's alright. There we go. Okay, yeah, that's Young Ho. Yep. Do you guys see what I mean? Like, do you see what I mean? When it comes to Young Ho, it's like, oh no, he's the villain, he's the antagonist, he's the bad guy. It's like, how can you be a bad guy and look that good? Yeah. So that's all I'm gonna do. There's not really too much more I can do. I mean, I guess I could give him some pants, I guess. Yeah. Here you go. Alright, that's literally all I got. I don't think I can draw anymore. Alright guys, I'm gonna hop off live. I'm gonna do some more work today and call it a day. Definitely check out my comic. Whoops. It's called When the Silent Bird Sings. It's on the app called Lamoon. Right here, it's like lemon but with 2 O's. If you have read, thank you for reading, thank you for supporting. The English version is going to update on the 17th. I just need a few more days to finalize some things, and ooh, this next part that we're going to be getting into, I love. We have so many really good panels coming up in these next parts. But yeah, so for the English version, it's gonna update on the 17th, so definitely don't miss that episode. And the other languages and things are gonna update pretty soon. I just have to finish finalizing a couple more things on these two. But we'll have it in Indonesian, Portuguese, so we have Portuguese, we'll have Spanish, and German, and the French one is the only one that has some of the episodes on here. So I think like these episodes are free, maybe like these ones are free, and then I think these are the only 2 that are paid that are on here so far. But yeah, shout out to the French readers because they've been really like supportive on not only Lamoon but also on Webtoon as well. I think we're at like, I don't even know. Let me check because I haven't checked it in a minute. My computer died. I'm kind of curious because I haven't checked it in a minute. We only have like a couple episodes for the French version, but I think we were at like 50,000 views or something when I checked the other day. on. My computer's being like really slow. Come on. What's the app? This is called Lamoon. You can find it on the Google Play Store, the Apple App Store. And to read our story, you just need to download the app, and the first 20 episodes are free, and then you can read the rest with coins. My computer is like frozen right now. You're welcome. I hope you enjoy it. They said I'm like 10 off. Times 3 is 135. 135 plus 25. Huh? Okay. Okay, so let me see what I was doing here. My computer works. Let's see if Webtoon took any more of my episodes down. No. Yeah, so French Webtoon, we have 3 episodes and 80,000 views, which is crazy. I think that might be even more, like, quicker than even the English when we launched the English last year, because it's only been like a month since we've launched these episodes. So 80,000 views in 1 month is crazy, and almost 2,500 subscribers. We have almost 20,000 subscribers for the English version, which is amazing. The support is amazing. But yeah. So you guys really seem to enjoy the story, which is great from the comments and everything that I see, and everything I see on like YouTube and Instagram and everything, the DMs I get. So I'm just so glad that you guys like the story. I'm so glad that you guys like the story. I'm so glad that you guys are really into the characters, and it's super motivating, it's super encouraging, and it just makes me want to really make sure that we have not only the best content for you guys on social media and also on the Patreon and everything, but obviously to to get out as many episodes as possible, as fast as possible, so you guys can keep reading the story and get to see what happens. So that's all I got for today. Like I said, thank you so much for supporting and for hanging out with me today. Today we just drew a couple sketches, but got this sketch of Young Ho done. So I appreciate you guys hanging out with me to do that, and I will see you in the next one.